Good YouTube, Quinn Wade. Coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And we're going to talk about how the Pistons, they got down 3-1. They found a way to win 3 in a row to win the series in 7 games at home. You want home court advantage so it can go to your advantage in any round that you can have it. The crowd was going crazy, and it was a fun game for the Pistons. But Orlando did compete early on in the game, then it got away from them, and the Pistons was able to close them out 116-94, holding Orlando under 100 points again with their defense. Orlando won the first quarter 22-20. Detroit took it over in the second quarter. They won it 40-27. They also won the third quarter 23-15. And Detroit also won the fourth quarter 33-30. The only quarter that the Magic won was the first. After that, Detroit really took the game over and really was able to win it. Jamal Cain started again, no Franz, and this one, 24 minutes for him, 5 points. He went 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3. From the three-point line, he missed his only free throw. He had a lot of easy and good opportunities out there. He just wasn't making a lot. The thing about it is he didn't take a lot of shots anyway, but he wasn't really doing much. He did give you 4 rebounds, and he also gave you 1 assist and 2 blocks. He also gave you 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, was a minus 16 and plus minus. Obviously, you would like him to get double figures and points. Couldn't get that done in this one. He did it once in the series. He couldn't do it again. Paulo did the mid-range. He had the 3-point shot going. He got to the free throw line. He really, really gave everything he had. That's one thing you got to give him credit on. He's one of the best players in the league. He showcased that again tonight with 38 points. He went 14-25 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. He did have the most rebounds on the team as well with 9. He also had the most assists with 6. They was basically running everything through Paulo to the point where they'll just find a way to give him the ball back and say, we need you to do something. We need you to create something. And his teammates and his coach did that all game. Now it worked, so you can't be too mad at him, but it's also showing you that they needed a guy like Franz to be able to handle the ball handling duties, the passing duties, and sometimes even just being a scorer. But he did have 5 turnovers. That was the most on the team. It comes with the territory of having the ball in your hands a lot. He had 1 block, 2 offensive rebounds, 4 personal fouls, and was a minus 18 and plus minus. Wendell Carter Jr. came along a little later in the game, but he played 38 minutes, had 13 points. He went 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, and 6 of 8 from the free throw line. It was still a good game. You don't really expect him to have a dominant game or a crazy game. Just want him to be a solid defender. You want him to box out. You want him to make shots on the perimeter and in the paint. He did those things. It just wasn't as efficient as you probably would like. But he wasn't one of the biggest reasons why they lost. He had 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, and a block. 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, was a minus 27 and plus minus. Desmond Bane, you would like to see more of him in this one, but a lot of the times he wasn't really getting good looks and he wasn't really getting good shots. So he just turned them down or he kept the ball moving because it would be a bad look. But he played 38 minutes and had 16 points. He went 5 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Not a bad game, but they needed more from him offensively if they was going to win this one. Paulo needed somebody else to give him 25 or more if this game was going to be competitive. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers, 2 steals, and a block. He also had 4 personal fouls. He finished as a minus 8 and plus minus. And a guy that disappeared a lot through this series was Jalen Suggs. He just couldn't make shots, whether it was in the paint, whether it's from the perimeter. He just couldn't make shots, not this game, but just throughout the series. He finished with 6. That can't happen. He also went 2 of 9 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He also had 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers. He did play some defense, and he did get scored on sometimes too. He ended up having 4 steals. That was game high. Well, it was second to Anthony Black in steals on the team. He also had the most blocks, tied with Jamal Cain with 2. He had 4 personal fouls and was a minus 28 and plus minus. Wagner, the big one, Mortiz, I think how you say it, 10 minutes, he had 5 points. He made his only 3. and that was the only shot that he made from the field because he missed his twos. He finished 1 of 2 from the field, but he did go 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He gave you 2 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 offensive board out of the 2. 2 personal fouls, was a +5 and plus minus. Tristan Da Silva, 8 minutes. He missed his only shot, which was a 3, but he also had 2 turnovers, which wasn't good. No personal fouls and was a -12 and plus minus. Javon Carter had wide open looks as well, but he only took 2. One was a mid-range, one was a three-pointer. He finished 0-2 from the field, 0-1 from 3. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, no turnovers. His rebound was offensive, no personal foul, was a +5 and plus minus. And then Anthony Black played 33 minutes off the bench. He got 11 points. You wanted at least 15 to 20 from him, but it's mainly because he went 4 of 12 from the field and 0 of 4 from 3. He needed to make some more shots, especially because a lot of them was open looks. And he finished 3 or 4 from the free throw line. He did attack the basket. He did try some different things throughout the game, but it didn't really matter too much since the shots weren't falling. He did have 5 rebounds. That was the most off the bench. He had 1 assist, 1 turnover, and like I said, he led the team with 5 steals. So he was competing out there. He was making things happen, but he couldn't make shots anyway. He needed at least make 3, 4 more shots, but he couldn't get it done. 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, was a -11 and plus minus. And then you look at the Detroit Pistons. Fantastic game defensively. They swarmed. They was covering so much ground. They was getting good steals. They was getting good blocks. They did a good job rebounding the basketball. They just really, really was physical as well. Some people say they was fouling, but I mean, if the ref not calling it, ain't nothing you can do but adjust and adapt. If you can't do that, the game is going to be tougher for you to win. But the guy that really stepped up, Tobias Harris, 36 minutes, 30 points, the mid-range, the finishing near the basket, the three-point shooting off the dribble, off the catch, 5 of 7 from 3, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover. He also led the team with steals with 3. Him and Duncan Robinson was tied with 3 for the entire team. He also had 1 block, 2 offensive boards, 2 personal fouls, and was a +22 and plus minus. I said he was important to this team. He's been important to a lot of teams. They needed every single basket that he gave them. He did so many things well defensively, even guarding guys and making things difficult. Like I say, he only had 2 personal fouls, which is low for him, especially because he had a guard Paulo and another guy that wanted to attack off the dribble and go right at him. And then the fact that he didn't really miss that much in this game, only missing 7 shots and only missing 2 threes, was essential to them staying ahead and being able to win the game and close them out. Duncan Robinson, 36 minutes. He had 10 points. He went 4 of 13 from the field. I didn't mind him going 2 of 10 because they had to guard him and they had to respect him. And he did get some wide open good looks. That's the part that hurts the most. But you just hope that he knocks him down in the next series. Other than that, you got to like the attempts. You got to like the shot selection. But you just hope they go in the next series, unlike this game. He had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, and 3 steals, like I said before. 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, was a +15 and plus minus. Duran had a way better game. He put way more effort, especially in the paint, when it came to getting finishes and offensive rebounds. He ended up playing 37 minutes. He had 15 points. He went 5 of 9 from the field, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, and he had 15 points. He was really, really being strong again. He was really, really going hard. And that's all you can really ask for him to do sometimes, since they don't always need him to score a lot of points to win. He also had 3 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal, 6 offensive rebounds out of the 15. He also had 3 personal fouls, was a +27 and plus minus. And then Cade Cunningham, he was just taking his time, reading what the defense was doing. He hit some mid-ranges. He hit some threes. He was able to get to the basket. He ended up going for game high for the Pistons, 32 points in 39 minutes. Played the most minutes. He also was tied for the most shots taken on the team, since Tobias also took 18. But he went 10 of 18 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3. You want him to shoot the threes if you'd imagine, but tonight he was making them. And he also got to the free throw line 10 times. That was the most on the Pistons. He finished 8 of 10 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, 12 assists, just a lot of drive and kicks and a lot of getting rid of the ball early. And he's always played like that. It's just he delivered the passes better. He was more keen of what they was doing on the defensive end. And he was just ready to play. He was ready to help his team win at home, and he got it done. and that's all you can ask a number one pick and a leader to do, and he got it done in this one. 2 blocks, 4 personal fouls. That ended up being the most on the team, but he was also a plus 29, which was the most on the team. Hasor Thompson, 34 minutes, 8 points. He was the only starter not to score in double figures. Not only say that because he had the ball in his hands a lot, but he only took 5 shots. He went 4 or 5 from the field, which wasn't bad because he was finding the right guys. He was giving it up to the right guys at those times that he chose to have the ball in his hand. He also had 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover. He did a good job of defending guys and coming over at the right times. It allowed him to get 2 steals and 2 blocks. This is a good help defender, intelligent guy on the court. He had 2 offensive boards, 1 personal foul, was a plus 12 and plus minus. Paul Reed missed a shot near the rim, and that was the only shot that he took, so he went scoreless. Since he didn't take any free throws, he had no turnovers. 1 personal foul was a minus 5 and plus minus. Tulu Smith got on the court just to get on it. He didn't do anything but have no turnovers. No personal foul was a 0 and plus minus. Isaiah Stewart, he missed 2 shots. One was a block shot, I believe, and then the other one he just missed in 8 minutes. So he went scoreless because he took no free throws. He had 1 rebound, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls. It was a 0 and plus minus. Ronald Holland ended up playing 1 minute. He didn't take any shots. He finished with no turnovers, no personal fouls. It was a 0 and plus minus. Javante Green kept getting wide open threes. He was only able to make 1 of them. He finished 1 of 5 from 3. So he finished with 3 points in 14 minutes. Obviously, you want him to make those shots and make better plays in the next series because he is an important part of their rotation when it comes to being a shot maker. He had 2 rebounds, no turnovers, 3 personal fouls, and was a plus 3 and plus minus. And then Marcus Sasser played 1 minute. He didn't take any shots, but he did get 1 assist, no turnovers, no personal foul. Was a 0 and plus minus. He finished scoreless. And then Chaz Lanier, 1 minute. He ended up making his only shot, so he finished with 2 points. No turnovers, no personal foul. Was a plus 2 and plus minus. And Jenkins was able to make the mid-range and the 3. So he finished 5 of 8 from the field, 4 of 5 from 3, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He was always finding ways to get open. He was always finding ways to get good looks. That's the way he plays. That's what he does. And it finally turned out to be a good game for him again in this series. And it came at the right time, which was a closeout game. And then he had 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 turnovers. We know he can run a point guard position. We know he can set guys up. We know he can run the plays accurately. But he got caught up in some sticky situations that caused him to turn the ball over. Other than that, he had a solid game because he also had a block, 2 personal fouls, and was a plus 5 and plus minus. 80 shots taken by the Pistons. They shot 51% from the field. 75 for the Magic. They shot 41. 33s taken by the Magic. They shot 33%. And then the Pistons, they shot 33 from 3 as well, but they shot 48% from 3. That's way too high in the closeout game, allowing them to shoot 50, 40, 80 because the Pistons shot 22 free throws and they shot 82%. The Magic shot 8 more free throws than the Pistons, but they only made 73% of them since they took 30 of them. And then they got out rebounded. The Magic did 41 to 33. They got out assisted 30 to 18. A lot of isolation shots and opportunities taken by the Magic. 13 turnovers for both teams. It was just that the Pistons had 9 steals while the Magic had 11. 6 blocks for the Pistons, 7 for the Magic. 11 offensive rebounds for the Pistons, 9 for the Magic. 30 defensive rebounds for the Pistons, 24 for the Magic. And both teams had 21 personal fouls. But like I said, the Magic took 8 more free throws, but they made that worse percentage. Other than that, good game. A series that was real physical, real tough, real grindy, real mucky, real gritty, real slimy. It was basically a slugfest. Like I said before, both teams taking long possessions. Both teams not really having the shooting to go their way, not really having the shot making go their way. But that changed in this game. I mean, the Pistons was making everything from 3, from mid-range. They was getting to the basket, making their free throws, and the Magic just couldn't do it throughout the entire game, and it got away from them. The Pistons was swarming them. They was closing out to them. They was making everything close range, and the Pistons just could knock down shots. Paulo did the best he could. Bane tried to help him as much as he could. They just didn't have those other guys chip in and make shots and make guys get open and make their play when they seen them. And even then, they couldn't knock down those like Jalen Suggs. And Suggs would have played halfway better. They have a better chance of winning one more game. But since he couldn't make a shot, he was defending, but you still got to put the ball in the basket. Couldn't get it done. So that didn't help them as well. And then losing Franz, one of their better scorers and playmakers, he was out. That's another 15, 20 points that changes this game and how you defend them and how you play them totally differently. But wasn't meant to happen. Can't make excuses. You got to compete with what you got. You got to make it work with what you got. And on top of that, the Magic was up 3-1. All they had to do was win 1/4 quarter. They couldn't do that. So if they can't do that, they deserve to lose. They don't deserve to win. Because if they really wanted it, they would have played a little bit harder. They would have found ways to practice hard and be ready for the game and just knock down open looks. That's all you really had to do. They was missing layups and everything. Like, you can't make an open shot. I mean, dang, if it ain't Paulo, it ain't really anybody else but Bang. So that sucks, watching it from their perspective, seeing it from their perspective. But they also got to go out there and do their job. They get paid to play basketball. Playing offense is part of the game, and they just couldn't figure out that part. But like I said, the Pistons did a good job on them as well. And you got to give them credit defensively and what they was able to get done. And the Pistons are a great defensive team, so I'm not really surprised that they was able to match the Orlando Magic energy and was able to make things happen a little bit more often than the Magic was on the defensive end, even if it was just closing out the possession with rebounds or fighting to get more rebounds offensively, or even just putting in effort to make everything tough. And like I said, some pushes and some shoves and stuff wasn't called, but the Magic was doing the same thing. So, of course, they're going to try to fight for their case because they want the benefits, but you're not going to always get it. So just go out there and play better. And the Magic just couldn't match the level of the Pistons' intensity, and it ended up helping them lose this series, even though they had a good chance of winning it at home and on the road, but they couldn't get it done in the Pistons' advance. All I can say is make sure y'all check out my channel. If you haven't already, make sure y'all remember I do have the playoff prediction after we see who wins Game 7 between the Raptors and the Cavs, because they will play the Pistons since they advance. And I got a playoff prediction for that. And I also got instant analysis on Cavs versus Toronto coming up after this video. So if you're new to the channel, I got more content. I got over 4,000 plus videos on my channel, and I upload basically every day to give y'all something to watch and enjoy. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell also to get the analysis when it first come out if you're new to the channel. And also, y'all stay blessed up, y'all stay good, peace, and I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.